guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is March 8th of 2025 and we are currently in Joshua Tree National Park.
We're staying at the Ryan campground in the park. We arrived here late last night, coming all the way from Phoenix.
Today our plan is to hike Ryan Mountain, which is one of the most popular hikes in the park.
We hear the parking lot fills up pretty fast, so we're gonna go ahead and head out and hopefully we can find a spot.
We got distracted. We stopped at the Hall of Horrors on our way to Ryan Mountain. But first, let's talk about Joshua trees.
This is a Joshua tree. I don't know much about it, but I know a few things. One, it's a part of the agave family of trees. And two, they grow very slowly and only in very specific regions. They grow a half an inch to 3 inches a year, and they can live up to 150 plus years old.
Now, back to the Hall of Horrors. This area is a really big rock climbing area with all different sorts of difficulty levels. The park seems to be really popular for bouldering and top roping, which we haven't really done a whole lot of rock climbing, so we're not experienced enough to do it ourselves, but it's cool to watch others.
This rock is like sandpaper. So much traction.
I see why this is so popular for rock climbers. This rock is so grippy. You can just walk right up 45-degree angles. It's crazy.
So Ryan Mountain is one of the most popular hikes in Joshua Tree National Park. It's about 3 miles long, but don't get confused, it is pretty tough.
All right, the Ryan Mountain parking lot is full, so we are heading toward possibly Skull Rock or kind of just driving around and seeing what we can find a parking spot at because it's pretty busy today. We got a spot hiking the Skull Rock Trail. We parked down here. Gonna make a little loop, see this Skull Rock, and then work our way back around. This area looks pretty cool.
Well, behind me is Skull Rock. So it's up to you. Does it look like a skull? You tell us. I think it does. I see it. Out of all the named rocks that they have around here, which is quite a few, this is easily the most identifiable. All right, we just drove to a picnic area right past Skull Rock because it's time for lunch. I'm starving. We're gonna have some sausage sandwiches with peppers and onions. Let's do it. So on our way to our next campground, we swung by the visitor center, grabbed our sticker, so let's get it on the van.
Just so happens that right across the street from the visitor center is a brewery. We are hanging out at 29 Palms Brewing, just kind of chilling and having a beer before we head to camp for the night.
All right, beers have been had. Now we're gonna get some firewood and head to Indian Cove for the night. We have made it to Indian Cove Campground. This place is beautiful. It's such a cool setting surrounded by these giant rocks. There's people climbing everywhere. Kind of makes me wish that we knew how to do that at all. But we're gonna settle in for the night, maybe have a fire, and then hit the park again in the morning. Good morning. It's Sunday morning, March 9th, 2025, and we are still at the Indian Cove campground. Jess is inside the van right over there finishing up a test for her master's program. So I've been having a slow morning. I just finished making some coffee, and I'm just enjoying the beautiful weather until she's about ready to go. Then after that, I think we're going to head back into the park and do attempt number 2 at the Ryan's Mountain hike, which, being that it's later than I want to admit right now, I don't feel good about our chances, but you never know. After that, we're going to head back down the mountain on the southern side and look for a place to stay in BLM land for the week. So that's the plan. We're just enjoying weather until she's done with her test. After stopping at Joshua Tree Coffee for a cold brew, we're back in the park and we are trying yet again for the Ryan Mountain hike. I have very little faith, as it was like a 10-minute wait just to get into the park, but we'll see what happens.
We decided to bail on Ryan Mountain. The park is slammed today, and we didn't think there was much of a chance of getting a spot there. So we're gonna hike to Barker Dam instead. We have made it to Barker Dam, and while the dam itself isn't really anything special, the hike here was very pleasant. We parked at the Echo T parking lot, and we had the trail to ourselves almost the entire way up here till we crisscrossed with the Barker Dam lot. Now we're gonna head back to the parking lot and then once again attempt Ryan Mountain.
Update here, we decided to not do the Ryan Mountain Trail today just because we're worried about daylight. We still have to find a place to spend the week and work. So before doing that, we're grabbing some water, and then right past the park entrance, there's apparently a lot of BLM land with good camping. So we're gonna go explore there and see if we can find a spot for the week. Well, we have found our home for the week. We are in that BLM land just outside of the entrance to Joshua Tree National Park. There are at least 50 other rigs scattered all throughout this road, but we knew that going into it, and we have internet, so we will take it. If you've watched this far, thank you so much for watching. Hold on, you didn't think we would mention Ryan Mountain 100 times in this video and not show you the hike? Let's cut to the middle of the week where we finally got to do the Ryan's Mountain hike.
Great news, guys.
We made it to Ryan Mountain.
We're gonna start down here, 1.5 miles up and 1.5 miles back down.
So today is Wednesday, March 12th. It is our only day this week to come back into the park to do this hike. And as you can see, it's looking pretty dark. Even today was questionable, but we really wanted to do it. So we gotta make it to the top.
California is having an atmospheric river, they called it. And it's just raining every day in sunny California. Lucky us.
probably can't hear me, but that's the campground we stayed at in the first day, Ryan's campground.
It is super windy up here and a little bit rainy, so we're just gonna head back to the car. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.